All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. We got to get into some things, okay? Um, well, before we get into some things, I want to say shout out to our sponsor, FashionNova, at the top for this cool little look, okay? I did the little cutoff. Let me tell you something. It's really been hard for me to find shirts that I really like that fit my body, that give me that nice slim vibe. You know what I mean? Even though we're coming close to the end of, summer, it's still hot in LA. And so this is a cute little 1-2 I could place, you know what I mean, and do my little errands and go get me a drink. So I like this. I like the shirt. I paired it with some jeans from FashionNova. These are kind of cute too. A little neat action there. Hopefully I'm not too ashy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? The jeans fit real cute, real right, real nice. Everything is, give you the little, I like that. So we back in the FashionNova. So make sure you guys visit the link in my bio right now if you guys want to cop the looks. Like I told you guys, FashionNova stuff sells out very, very quickly. So shop and listen. All right, so head over there now to cop the look, cop the shirt, cop the jeans. Shout out to FashionNova, and thank you for FashionNova for trusting me to keep my audience lit in FashionNova. All right, so I just want to give a quick shout out to FashionNova, our sponsor here. Make sure you guys click the link in my description box below to go ahead and cop the look. All right, now let's get into this content. Child, we got a lot to get into. We have a lot to get into. I really want to talk about TASHA K. Okay. You guys know that we have a history with TASHA K. It's been about 4 years now, going on 5 years, since I've been on YouTube and running into TASHA K, and us doing a slight little mentorship thing for a few days, 27, 29, if you let her tell it. And so I've been able to grow. I've been able to watch her grow. And in that growth, let me pull her picture up because we're gonna talk about the Joe Budden situation too. I've been watching her grow. You know, many people thought that I was in competition with TASHA K or competing with her. I don't compete with women because I just can't, and then I don't feel like women can compete with me. I'm a whole gay man. TASHA K is a whole married woman with kids. There's just no competition there. We don't do the same thing in that way. What's for her is for her. What's for me is for me. But this is not about me and her. But I just want to let you know, like, there's no bad blood. I don't know this woman to hate this woman. She's a cackle. She's very entertaining. She's a key. Do I like her? No. I don't like her because I don't trust her. And I don't trust her because she's a liar. And I know that she's a liar because she's lied on me. Okay? So that's as far as it goes with me and TASHA K. Like the banters and things that she does online, that doesn't really bother me. The get backs, the post, the dragging, the messy, whatever. It's all entertainment. But we're going to get into TASHA K. TASHA K recently went off on Joe Budden. I will not be playing the audio here because she said a bunch of flagrant obscenities, okay? A bunch of slanderous things, very nasty curse words that probably would not get monetized. So you guys are going to have to just Google it or Twitter it. It's all over. But she went off on Joe Budden and said some very loud and nasty things because Joe Budden decided not to air the interview that he did with her. It was over 3 hours of content that he decided not to air because of his relationship with Cardi B. Okay. TASHA K is upset. TASHA K called him pretty much weak, said he was gay, said a lot of nasty things, went off, said she would never, ever look at color again because Black people are the ones that try to hold people down, which there is some truth to that, but she's one of those people. Also, she just kind of felt betrayed because she felt like she gave Joe Budden that one interview. And in that, she talked about that one interview. So what does that mean, that one interview? That one interview, to me, means you sat down with Joe Budden because you felt like this is the premier #1 hip-hop podcast for the culture, and you are going to like, this is as big as it was going to get for Tasha K, honestly, in general, or at this point in her career. It was getting no bigger than a sit down with Joe Budden for her, because technically she has burnt every other bridge outside of the Joe Budden bridge, okay, with a huge platform that kind of can give her like that, wow, you really made it kind of feeling and look. You know what I mean? Joe Budden was that for her. Her sitting with Joe Budden was the ultimate validation up until this point for her in her YouTube career. So she felt like she was going to sit down and give everything she got, whether it be going back and forth with them, whether telling her story, whether, explaining and expressing it all. She did that apparently to her from what I'm getting from her. She did that on this interview because Joe Budden Tasha K sitting down with Joe Budden was like, I don't know, Whitney Houston sitting down with Diane Sawyer, or, Prince Henry sitting down with Oprah. That was like a big situation. That was huge for her. And he decided not to air it. All of the other podcasts she did, the Miami ones, the radio shows, and even Adam No Jumper, they're great, but they're not Joe Budden. The only other place she could have went, the Breakfast Club, they're not going to have her. Drinks Champs, they're not going to have her. $1 Million Worth of Game. Those are the only places that she could have kind of went that could compete with the infrastructure and the influence of the Joe Budden podcast, and also give her that feeling of validation that she so deeply desired and wanted and felt after being on that podcast. Okay. Now, Joe Budden not deciding to air that interview, there's two things here for me. On the Joe Budden side, Joe Budden, you knew that you were bringing Tasha K up there, so you knew how she was going to give it up. There's nothing to talk to Tasha K about other than Cardi B, in all honesty, and the fact that she has a $4 million lawsuit and has to pay back $4 million. The only question that you would be even remotely asking her is, was it worth it? That's it. You know what I mean? So you knew that there was going to be a Cardi B conversation there. You wanted that. And so for that, you should have just aired the interview. You did the interview. You didn't consult Cardi then. You could have just put it out. But the problem is, you should have never invited her in the first place. But since you did, you probably should have just put it out. From Tasha K, she has to understand, because she was upset because she was talking about she felt blackballed. She felt all of these nasty things that Cardi B tried to do to get that interview down. And she was hurt by that because, again, this was a moment for her to throw it in everyone's faces that said that she was a crash out in a train wreck. This moment for her was not just about telling her side of the story or doing an interview or getting to know Tasha K. This also was a moment for her to say, aha, wah, wah, nah, 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 nah. Look at you and look at me. I'm on the Joe Budden podcast now. They said I wasn't going to be, and look at, I've made it here. Eat that, haters. Eat that, YouTubers. Eat that everybody talked about me. Get here. I'm Tasha K with a $4 million lawsuit. Came against Cardi B, and you guys still can't stop me. Look who's interviewing me now. The biggest podcast platform in hip-hop culture, Joe Budden. And I'm here going toe-to-toe with him. I'm the queen. The queen. And you bitches ain't safe. That's what she wanted. That's what she was waiting for. To stick it to me, you, and all of those people that laughed at her. And then for him to pull that interview from under her like a whore with loose panties. Just slip it down and take it. She was embarrassed. She was hurt. And she felt betrayed. Because she went on her platform and was start boldly bragging and boasting about how impactful that this interview was and how the internet was going to be on fire. And a couple of calls were made and some decisions were made, and she was halted. She didn't like that. Now, let's be honest about TASHA K. Is TASHA K entertaining? Absolutely. TASHA K is very entertaining. I'm not going to sit up here and act like TASHA K is not entertaining, because at one point I wanted her to mentor me. She is very entertaining. Is she good at what she does? Yes, she's good. She's so good at what she does, it's almost to her detriment, because she gets so lost in the content where it's almost like she can't be a regular person because she's so obsessed with the work at times. But it's shown where she was able to, gain such a large platform and an imprint and create her own way in media where maybe there may not have been an opportunity for her. So you can't hate on that. Also, she has broken a fairly decent amount of stories, and she has great camera quality. She has, obviously some good people around her that, help her, put on the production in the show. And one thing she's going to do, she's going to keep going. She doesn't stop. And she puts on a good poker face. These are all this is all compliments to her. I can recognize that she is built for this and made for the space that she has created. However, the other side, let's just talk about it. TASHA K being upset with Joe Budden is almost crazy, because it's like, girl, your content and the way that you do it, you're not going to have many relationships, and people are going to choose the bigger fish over you because you're simply not worth it. There may be other YouTubers and smaller content creators and other people's platforms that is not that popping, that don't really mind severing relationships or don't, quite frankly, understand what it is that all goes into this business because they're trying to get into it. And so they're looking at your great camera quality, your poker face, your team, your production, and they're thinking that you're winning. But real people that finally get it, and real people with real relationships and real celebrities and real content creators that are really kind of established, they understand that TASHA K is going nowhere fast. And the reason why I say that is because I saw the clip, a clip of No Jumper, where she talked about pretty much her business is to burn bridges. And I think that is very important that you listen to that. She is in the business of burning bridges and burning relationships. She said this verbatim out of her mouth. So how far does that take you? And if you look at it, TASHA K is very, very dangerous. Not to you, not to me, because we just become casualties of war that she has internally within herself. Yes. What does that mean? Well, if you look at TASHA K and you study the TASHA K, it does not matter. Anybody that TASHA K comes in contact with that is of any importance, Let's make that clear. With a platform that is of any importance. So I'm not just talking about a fly-by-night little YouTuber or a fly-by-night radio show that really has no real impact or imprint or any or just some nobody that doesn't have any potential to become anything. No, I'm talking about YouTubers that are up and coming, that you can see the star in them, established media personalities that have built brands, celebrities that have built, established really strong brands, businesses that have really cultivated a good, good customer base. TASHA K will find herself somehow attaching themselves to them as a helpmate or an assistant of some sort. And then will inevitably tarnish that relationship under the guise of protecting Black women or people being jealous of her, or somehow she becomes the victim in the casualty. But if you look at everyone that TASHA K has fallen out with, it's always been over the content. She's always done something dirty to her peers or to celebrities, from YouTubers like Lovely T. Huge platform, but was in competition with Lovely T the entire time. Then lied and said she told Lovely T, how to start all of these businesses and did this and did that. TASHA K has just now bought her first home and then had to get rid of it. Lovely T has bought 4 homes. Candace Daytime Tea Time, while Candace is not online as much, Candace was able to amass such a great following very quickly, over 500,000 subscribers. But once Candace decided that she did not want to follow TASHA K's lead anymore, and she was really good at research and editing and production, she became a threat. Okay? You fast forward to, people like me. I'm not going to sit there and allow you to talk to me crazy, steal from me, and piss in my face and call it rain. Like, I don't need that. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So she has done this to YouTubers. Then you get into bigger people with platforms. T.S. Madison got on T.S. Madison's show the entire time, was telling people that T.S. Madison has all kind of spirits on her. Jacob Kohiner, who is now Gossip Girl XOXO, whatever she's going by now, talked about how she's a tranny with, this, that, and the third. Down to, Vlad TV, she's Shaded No Jumper, DJ Academics, Charlemagne, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, a slew of rappers, Cardi B. She maintains Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, any and everybody, but then she maintains like this slight relationship with Nicki Minaj, whatever. I'm just saying this to say, the truth about TASHA K is it does not matter where she goes until she realizes that she has a problem and that this formula that she does, yes, this is a lane. She's cultivated it. It will bring attention. It will bring numbers. But it doesn't end well for you. She's going to continuously gag and feel slighted and continuously be upset, because it doesn't matter if TASHA K becomes great on YouTube, gets really, really noticed and recognized. She's going to burn every YouTube relationship she has. Then she's going to move into more mainstream publicity, burn all those bigger podcasters and radio people. Let's burn all those relationships down. All right, people still know me. Let's burn every celebrity relationship down. She recently talked about how, in a nutshell, she had to stop messing with Alicia Keys because she was doing too much, and they called her and wanted her to not do this and not do that. And so she said, F them. Burnt that relationship down. Tried to mentor people when they start doing well and things like that. She burns that down. Some people will say, well, TASHA K will be on television one day. I do not doubt that. But this is the most important part. even if TASHA K gets on television, TASHA K will then find a way how to burn that down. I believe TASHA K could get a television show, a talk show, anything. She will be cool with you for a season. And then, once something goes awry, TASHA K will be on her platform, trashing the network, trashing the production company, trashing the producers, trashing the owners of the company, and everybody involved. TASHA K does not know how to maintain any relationships with other people that have power, influence, platforms, or is just as good, if not better than her. She just does not do it. Everybody that she encounters that possess those qualities are a means to an end at some point. Even if she presents as a friend, they too will eventually fall out. The only reason why I feel like she didn't fall out with Kevin Samuels is because he died. But eventually she would have been dragging Kevin Samuels too. And I think that we need to be honest about TASHA K and realize that TASHA K, while she's entertaining, while she's talented, TASHA K has a problem. And it may be too late because her problem, she ended up taking that internally in without actually dealing with it, and instead used it, her anger, her embarrassment, her insecurities, and all of the dark things that she felt as a child and growing up, and the neglect, whatever it is, she used that in her content, which ultimately created some good stories and good mess. However, she also started lying and getting nasty and getting dark. And when she's rejected, she almost wants to come and end you. But the idea is she was never your friend anyway, or never an ally anyway, because she never trusted anybody, because the way that she already has internally been treated prior to the internet. So everybody that she encounters will eventually, inevitably, become a casualty of the interpersonal war that is called TASHA K, that she literally fights every single day. That's the tea. And a lot of people online, they won't see it, they won't get it, but it can't be everybody else. This woman literally falls out with every person she gets in contact with that has a platform or some sort of status or money or fame or anything. Her relationships never last. And then she comes online, cries victim, and acts as if all she ever wanted to do was help that person, support that person, be an ally to that person, when none of that is true. None of that is true. TASHA K is just using people to get to where she would like to go, but also part of her brand, part of the excitement of it all, because she told us in the No Jumper interview, is for her to burn that bridge. See, nobody wants to see a wholesome TASHA K. Nobody wants to see a TASHA K getting along, to get along. Nobody wants to see a positive TASHA K. And she has cultivated that type of platform to where, all right, that's all fine and dandy, but where's the shit show? So too much of a good thing does not work for the TASHA K brand. See, what works for the TASHA K brand is, it's much like a reality show, right? Let's all be cool for a little bit. And then eventually, I'm going to have to check you and we're going to do this big fallout. Because that is the excitement and the electricity that the people want from TASHA K. Because when she's in that zone, that Let me fall out and expose you and drag you and tarnish you and trash you. That is when the numbers skyrocket. That is when the people are engaged. That is when she gets the attention. That is when people care. That is when people listen. That is when people see her. That is when people talk. And so she will never be able to let that formula go. And because fame, success, money, attention is like a drug that you can really get high off of, everybody will become a casualty because you have to keep feeding the beast. And that is the only way TASHA K has learned how to garner attention that she has wanted for so long. And so I think people just need to be honest and just realize that, unfortunately, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be in 2 years, but we are going to see TASHA K crash out and self-destruct. She will definitely implode because when she went off on Joe Budden, I was listening to her. She was upset because she felt like people are trying to blacklist her, blackball her. See, this woman really talks as if she doesn't want industry. She doesn't need industry. She does not like industry. Well, why were you so disappointed that an industry nigga canceled you? Canceled your show? Why were you so upset that an industry artist called another industry artist gone podcaster to say, hey, we're not platforming her? Why were you upset? Why were you online going off telling your husband that they're trying to blackball you? Blackball you from what? You don't want to be in the industry. You're not industry. No. TASHA K does want to be industry. She wants to be on TV. She wants to be in Hollywood. She just wants to do it in her way. And she feels like, I have this platform. I can scare some of these celebrities. I'm media. I'm in the entertainment business. She wants to be recognized. She wants to be celebrated. She wants everything we all want. But she plays tough as if she's better than that. Like she's so solid on her foundation and her, mom and pop production company with her family and her 2-3 employees. No. She wants bigger than that. She wants her name in lights. She wants people to sit down and care about her life. She wants to do big interviews with prominent people in the entertainment industry. She wants to sit on people's couch and people say, how did you get started? You are so great. You want that. And in this moment when Joe Budden decided to pull your interview, you felt like you had the realization that, wow, motherfuckers really don't with me. And you got to see how that feels when you thought you was just going to do your thing. You popping, you doing your press run. Everybody, it's all love when they see me, even though they might slide in your DMs and say, girl, get her, Black Queen, this, that, and the third. Them calls really do get made. And that bag will get stopped. But I'm gagging that she was so mad and so surprised because I'm like, well, what did you expect? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you do? This will not be the first time. Nor will it be, this will not be the last time for sure. So, I don't know. I think we just need to be honest and understand that TASHA K is trash. And she hides under or behind the gaze or the blinds or the whatever you want to call it, the veil of being a strong, loud, proud, dark-skinned Black woman. Another tactic to manipulate an oppressed group of women or people that are looking or that are upset about certain things that happen in life. So she plays on the heartstrings of those women, black women, dark-skinned women, short-haired women, loud women, all of those things that, have black women have been stereotyped for being and deemed as ghetto and wrong. She plays on those emotions of those people, all to make herself a victim, when in all actuality, she's no victim. This is her brand. This is her brand. And this is a brand that she said it was. My brand is to burn bridges, destroy relationships. So I'm not understanding why this woman gets upset when what she does actually starts to manifest. Relationships are destroyed. But then to come out here and try to make it a black woman issue when really you don't give a shit about black women or black people in that manner. Your whole job is to tear black people down and find the dirtiest, ugliest, darkest things about black people's lives. And if they don't somehow platform you or engage with you in a way that gives you validity, you'll trash them. So I'm just gagging at how, she's so appalled, so shocked. But yeah, TASHA K, she's trash. And her feelings got hurt because she thought she was going to be able to go on this podcast and go, ha, I'm popping. I'm cool. Because Joe Budden, whether you like Joe Budden or not, Joe Budden at this day and age, at this time, in this moment, for TASHA K, was going to be the ultimate validation for her. And that's really why she was mad. It wasn't the fact that she gave him that one interview. That may be it. But it was also her ego that she could not go and throw it in all our faces. So while Adam 22 is pretty dope, but it's not Joe Budden. Any of these other podcasts, it's not the Joe Budden podcast. So you still haven't cracked the code to make it with the big dogs. They said no. They didn't let you in. And then the thing is, she was all the way in. She said and she did the interview. And the relationship she burnt said, her job is to burn relationships. This one is burnt. It's a no-go. And she got to see her work manifest. And I'll tell you this today, until TASHA K decides to change who she is, and I don't know if she ever will or if she can, it's only going to get worse. But it's not going to be because of us. She is going to implode within herself, because after you burn it all up, the only thing left is you. And guess what? That's who you've been fighting the entire time. And that demon, after it eats everybody else around you, it then eats you. Good luck. And it's no hate, but it's real. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys think. And again, make sure you guys shop FashionNova. It's your boy Armon. And follow me on Instagram at thearmonwigginsshow. Okay, links are up to my Twitter, my Instagram are on the description box below. Until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.